Alrighty folks, welcome back. Today we're going to do a comparison video. The Mini GT Bugatti Divo versus the Poster Cars Bugatti Divo. So we've done Poster Cars versus Mini GT before. And if you haven't seen any of those, I do have a playlist on the channel for comparison videos, so definitely go check that out. But yeah, let's just jump right into it. So we'll go ahead and unbox both of these poster cars. We'll leave them on their bases. And we'll just get right into it. So there's those two right there. This one's already out because it was in my display case, but we'll take this red one out as well. I've got them in my protectors. So take that out, stick that off to the side, and pull these bad boys out. So, Mini GT has released several colors of the Bugatti Divo already. So the gray one in front of me is the presentation version. We also have this metallic red one. And then they've done, I think they've done a blue one and maybe one other. I can't remember. So they've done a few. And so we have two of them today. So kind of like a 2v2 in this video. But let's start with the poster cars. We'll just kind of have a quick look at it. I did review these if you want to go see a more in-depth review. But they are pretty nice. You've got silver metallic wheels, pretty accurate. You've got brake details behind there with yellow calipers. And then you've got acrylic headlight detail, which is actually really nice on these. You even have the Bugatti badge up front. On the back, you do have painted taillight details, which I think is fine on a model like this. And then your engine bay right there does have some color. And then the interiors also have a splash of detail and color as well. So that's the black one. Yellow one's pretty similar. Yeah, you've got your brakes, really nice wheels and whatnot. You've got your engine detail, interior color. So honestly, really good. And then Mini GT right here. The big thing that sets these apart is these do have really nice carbon fiber detail. And one thing about the Mini GT is they do not have acrylic headlights. So it is kind of an interesting one. And then the interior is all black on the Mini GTs as well. The wheels are very nice. They're kind of like a two-tone silver and black. But yeah, so we'll start off. I'll point out some key differences for you guys. And actually, while I do this, we're going to take one of these off the base because I want to show you guys the bases, and we'll do a roll test as well because I feel like that is important. So we'll get this black one off here. Stick the yellow one back there. Stick the red one back here. So we got those right there. So let's do a roll test real quick. So here is the black poster cars. Rolls very nicely, very smooth, very fast. And then the Mini GT also rolls very well, super smooth. So both of them do roll, free spinning wheels, very nice. The Mini GT is going to have a metal base, whereas the poster cars is going to be plastic. So when you have them in your hand and you're feeling them, the Mini GT is going to feel heavier and kind of feel like higher quality just because this one is so light from being plastic base. But the body is die-cast metal on both of these. They are both 1/64 scale, and I think the proportions on them both look really good. So that is good. But yeah, key difference is the Mini GT is going to have really nice carbon fiber printing all over these models. You can see even right up here on these tiny little front splitters down here. You've got it on the hood. You even have it on these little wheel vents at the top of the wheel right there. All across the side, the wing, the shark fin, all around the engine bay, even on the engine covers, and all on the back as well. I actually forgot how good this Mini GT looked. And of course, the poster cars will not. So pretty much everything that is carbon fiber on the Mini GT is going to be just black on the Bugatti. So definitely lacking some detail. But I still don't think that the poster cars looks bad either. I think even without all that carbon fiber, it still looks like a really nice model. So front end, they both look really good, but the poster cars obviously does have those acrylic headlights, whereas the Mini GTs is just painted on. So I do prefer the poster cars for that. They both have the Bugatti badge in that front grille. The Mini GT is a little bit more legible. than the poster cars. Looks quite a bit better on the Mini GT. But the grille detail and everything else on the front looks pretty much the same. And yeah, I don't really see much else. Obviously, the interior on the poster cars does have some color, whereas Mini GT is just black. And then the Mini GT, obviously, since these are just different color cars, we can't really compare paint, but the paint on both of them is really nice. This Mini GT just has a matte gray with blue accents, and then this Bugatti is all blacked out. And one thing on the poster cars is like up here on the roof, and then some of the detail down in here and on the back, it's actually it's actually plastic, which I'm not a big fan of necessarily, but I think it does kind of simulate carbon fiber a little bit better than just being that raw matte black paint. So it's like a texture difference between the actual metal part and the plastic, which I do think looks pretty good. But yeah, of course, Poster Cars has the brake details. Mini GT does not. I do think that Mini GT's wheels are detailed a little bit better, but it also comes down to preference. You might like the look of the black with the silver wheels more than this style of wheel, but the wheels themselves on both cars do look really well. The Mini GT does have better tires, in my opinion. They're a little bit thinner and more low profile. The tire tread doesn't really stick out like crazy. On the poster cars, the tires are pretty thick and they're not really even all the way around. They do have some areas that they're thicker, but overall they're still not too bad. Both of them do have the little French flag decals down there, so that is nice. On the back right here, both of them look really good. You've got painted details for the taillights on the poster cars, and you have painted details on the Mini GT as well, except Mini GT kind of fills it in a little bit better, I think, and better replicates what the taillights look like on the Divo. And they actually use kind of like a metallic red paint on this one, which I think looks better. But you've got Divo on the license plate. Both of them do have silver exhaust tips, which I think looks awesome. The Mini GTs are a little bit brighter, and it looks like they stick out a little bit more. But honestly, I think they both look pretty good. And yeah, that's really it. The poster cars will have solid mirrors, whereas the Mini GTs are rubber and they are painted body color. I don't know which brand got the mirrors more accurate. I don't really know that it matters too much, but yeah, honestly, they look really good. Even side by side, I think they look really good to each other. So there are some things Poster Cars does do better, like the brake details, the acrylic headlights, the painted interior, and then there's some things that Mini GT does better. You know, having the metal base, the tires are a little bit better, all the carbon fiber detailing, the taillights are slightly better. But overall, I feel like with the trade-offs and the pros and cons that each have, they're actually pretty well matched and even with each other. And now the discussion comes down to the price point at which you can purchase these. The Mini GTs, I think all of the Mini GT Bugatti Divos are still retail price, and I think you can pick them up for about $12 or $13. Maybe a little bit more, maybe like $15. And then the poster cars, these are new releases, so there's not a whole lot of sellers that have them. Like I said in my reviews with these, be patient with the poster cars. They will be around. Lots of people will get them and have them for sale. But these poster cars, I picked these up for $8 each. So quite a bit cheaper than the Mini GTs, probably about $5 on average cheaper than the Mini GTs. So at this point, with a price in mind, with these being much cheaper, I honestly think that it's a draw. I think if you want to spend a little bit more money and get the Mini GT and have all the amazing carbon fiber details, that's totally fair. But if you're okay with spending like $8, getting the acrylic headlights, the brake details, and just, you know, maybe not as much carbon or any at all, honestly, I don't think you can really go wrong either way. So my recommendation is, if you're going to pick one, honestly, I don't really have a recommendation. It really comes down to what you think that you should get for your collection. Like I said, if you want more carbon fiber, Mini GT is great. If you want brake details and the colored interior, get the poster cars. Honestly, they're both options are cheap enough that I don't really think there's a wrong answer here, and both of them are exceptional. I do like both brands of these, so yeah, it's kind of a draw on this one. I don't really see a clear winner here. Obviously, my preference does lean a little bit towards Mini GT because I really do like that carbon fiber printing, but I know a lot of people it's not a big deal. And I know there are some people out there that think that carbon fiber just doesn't replicate in 1/64 scale good enough anyways, and that they prefer something like this where it's just more of like a clean model. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out on eBay for these poster cars, and if you're interested, definitely pick them up. I think they are well worth the money. In fact, it's very impressive what poster cars is able to do at this price point. So, and of course, Mini DT is a solid brand as well. So yeah, that's the comparison. Both are phenomenal. You guys will have to let me know down in the comment section what you think of these, which one you think is better. And yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video.